Hello, good people. I'm hoping that wherever you are, you're good and life is good. God has blessed you. So today, um, it's your guy from Benster Farm, and I just want to give you a brief explanation on. I know some of the guys have been asking me, what is the length, what is the depth of my onion beds. So I just want to give you a brief for now because I've been, as you can see at the background, there's some, it's a 1 acre piece of land whereby I prepared some farrows. That is some beds for the onions. So these are some onions which we would like to transplant. So I'll take you through on the bed's depth, that is width, sorry, and also the depth of the valley in between the onions. I'll also take you through the length of just a brief explanation on how you're supposed to do your lay your drip pipes, depending on your farm. Depends on your farm with the pressure of also the height of your stand where you have placed the tanks. So as you can see, there's one part we are in the process of laying the drips, and then there is other part which is not yet laid. So we are preparing to do the seedlings transplant. That is tomorrow. Transplant to this field you can see at the back end. So this is what I'm talking about. So these beds I've done around. Okay, my farm is the length is a little bit longer, as you can see on the far end, and the width it's about let's say 1 acre. So the length of the field from this side to the far end is around I think 78 meters, and so and these are the beds. Like you see this bed from here, from this side to that side, that is 1 meter length. So with these beds, I'm going to do 4 drips. I'm going to lay 4 drips per bed. That is 4 drips per bed. And because this is not rainy season, we don't need to do bigger trenches like the ones I've done on the other face. So you can see the trenches are not that deep, as you can see. They're not that. This is like 1 foot, almost a foot. Let's say almost a foot. And from this point to this point is 1 meter. So from where my bed starts, that is at that point, that is 78 meters to that far. So the reason I've done my beds are long is my stand is a little bit, it's highly placed. That's around 6 meters high. So that's why I've done my beds are longer. For the guys, if you know your tank pressure is not high, please ensure you do better. You do shorter beds. Rather at the middle there, you divide it. You do 30 on that side, or if I could be, my pressure is not that high. I'm having 78 long beds. That is the length. So I could do. I could divide by 2. I pass my main pipe at that far end, but at this point I'm doing this is my main pipe. I don't do permanent. My main pipe is never permanent because when the tractor is plowing this land, the worst part is the main pipe can be damaged. So what I do is I remove the main pipe, I remove it, and I let the tractor plow, and then I return it. So this main pipe I'm using, I use it according to what I'm planting. So if I'm doing beds, that is 3 holes, I'll tend to use the 3 holes. If I'm doing, this is the first time I'm doing 4 holes, four drip lines per bed. So which means I'll do another hole in that bed. So when I'm doing something else here, I'll normally buy the valves. I normally buy the mini valves for each hand, so that I can close whichever I'm not using. So that means, like the last time I was using this pipe, I was doing these are tomatoes, beans, and all that. That's why you can see a hole there, another hole there after 1 meter, another hole there after 1 meter, another hole there after 1 meter. So when I'm doing this, I'm gonna punch 4 holes there. I punch again 4 holes there, and the like the holes which are in between the pipes. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use valves. So I'm gonna slot a valve there, and then I close it. So these are the valves I normally use. So you see, so that means when you slot your this in the hole, you can close it. That means even if it will be closed for the next 6 months or 5 months, water will not spill out through that because it's already closed. So so depending on what I'm planting, so I close the valves, open the valves depending on what I'm using. So it's always good to use these rubbers. You can see these rubbers. So this rubber, you slot it. So this rubber, you slot it in that gap, and then you press in. You press in this valve, and then this other hand is where you place the drip. So this was put in, but it's okay. It can always be removed and put on the other side on the hand. So this is slotted inside there. So that's what I normally do. So I was just explaining about the drips. So I've done 4 drips per bed. So you can see they're being streamlined. Of course, you always do the valves. The drip should be facing upwards, like these ones. This one, guys, I did a video somewhere where I say that now when you're going to buy these drips, just request for a drip which has 2 emitters, double emitter. So that's 1 emitter. When 1 emitter closes on this side, it can always emit with the other side. But these are like 3-year old drips. So at that time they were not doing doubles. So but the next drips I'm buying with 2 emitters. So in case when one blocks, it can always emit with the other one. Yeah, so this is the progress. This is how we're laying the drips. As you can see, that is 78 meters from that end to the far end. And the reason is my tank is a little bit raised, so I will not have issues with the pressure. And the reason why I do those mini valves is I can always open 5 beds at a time, depending on the pressure of the water. So I can always regulate the water the way I want. So guys, I believe you are learning something. One, check your pressure, your tank pressure, just to make sure that you have enough pressure, and with that pressure you have put you placed the main pipe where it needs to be. So like this is my center. So the center of my main pipe. Maybe if I could have maybe a little pressure, or I want to maybe do my farm in a different layout, I could have placed my main pipe here. So drips run from this side on the right side, and then others on the left side. So I just wanted to show you, that's why I was moving, how my tanks, you can see them placed high. From here to there is around 100 meters, but the pressure is good. So any other comment, any other question, any inquiry, you can always answer. Guys, let me tell you something. Okay, if you're not hands-on, you can always hire an agronomist. You can always hire a plumber to do these things for you. But on my farm, I do it myself. In fact, I've taught my guys on how to install the drips. So even if I'm away, they can always install them. So this is how the furrows are. So ensure that the soil lumps are smaller, or the big ones are already smashed. Yeah. So guys, that's it for today. I just wanted to show you how I've made my beds. I've always had showed you guys on. Oh, let me say I've always grown with you guys, from nursery to taking care of them in the nursery, to transplanting, to the way we are transplanting to laying of the drips, to making of the furrows, to taking care of the young seedlings, first top dressing, second and third. I'll be working with you guys. And with that, we have a very good program which you can always follow. It's just cost 2,000 shillings. And with that, I can always work with you. I feed the nation together, and I believe it's a farmer's world. We just need to create groups whereby we can help each other. You never know. Hmm? So, guys, yeah, it's a guy from Benster Farm, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Thank you guys for the subscriptions. Thank you for the watch hours. Thank you for the inquiries, for the comments. I know there's some comments I've not answered, but I'll take time to answer them. Yeah, there is it's an evening over here. You can see the sunset is the sun has already set. It's around 6. I'm not sure wherever you're watching from, what time it is, but enjoy your moment. Thank you guys.